Hello, West Linn High School, and welcome to The Breakdown, brought to you by WLHSnow.com.
We're going to show you the most important things happening in your school right now, and what you need to look out for in the future.
I'm Keaton Straub.
And I'm Rory Cheevers, and this is your Breakdown.
It has become a rite of passage for sophomore English students to take a risk and try their hand at reciting poetry in the national competition, Poetry Out Loud.
These brave souls started with individual classroom competitions, and the winners of those moved on to school-wide competition.
Let's take a look at the whole story.
I participated in Poetry Out Loud because all the sophomore English teachers had their students read a poem. In my class, I had the highest score, and so I got to move on to the school one. I had to recite 2 poems for the school competition, and one of those I had already recited in my class, and then I just had to memorize the second one. I got first place in our school competition, so I get to move on to the regional Poetry Out Loud competition. I am pretty nervous because I really don't know what to expect, but I think it should be fun. Overall, I really enjoyed my experience with Poetry Out Loud. I like poetry, and I like being up on that stage.
In other news, the second semester is underway. Forecasting is looming over us in the near future.
Sorry, seniors, we've got an exclusive segment today constructed to help underclassmen with forecasting.
It is a stressful time, so we asked juniors and seniors for their 2 cents.
My name is Jordan Waddles, and I'm a senior.
I'm Paige Meyer, and I'm a senior.
I am Miss Johnson. I'm a senior.
My name is Liana, and I am a junior this year.
I'm Dylan Murray. I'm a 12th.
I'm Rodney Hounshaw. I'm a 12th.
We're using that. Definitely take all your required classes in the first place.
So then take the classes that really interest you.
I recommend everybody taking healthful living.
I recommend people to take acting class.
Geology.
Leadership, organic, and biochem.
It's fun.
Because Steve is awesome.
A lot of good field trips, easy work.
It teaches you skills not only about school, but for life.
If you're really into sciences, that's a really fun class to take.
Life sports is pretty good.
I was about to say court sports.
Life sports is pretty good.
Sports is good. Oh, and AP and Bi-Sci. Lunch.
Definitely.
Don't take as many AP classes.
Don't just take a class that you think will look good on a college application.
Take classes that you want to take and are gonna enjoy, because
when you're a junior and senior and you're kind of stressed out about college and you have really important classes, then you can kind of balance it out with some easy classes because you already got your required classes out of the way.
And you always have to have a great friend.
It's very important that you know what you're signing up for.
So we interviewed the teachers of a very popular science class.
Sarah Heiden, Liana Lee, and I sat down with Mr. Hartman and Mr. Davies to find out exactly what is so exciting about AP Environmental Science.
I would say that environmental science is basically looking at the Earth and what impact our civilization is having on it, and how Earth normally works, what the natural systems are and how we're affecting those. We're learning how to heal ecosystems, how to diagnose what the health of an ecosystem might be and what needs to be done to fix it.
AP Environmental Science, well, it is an AP class, and there is an AP exam in May. And as such, there's a textbook and there's some readings. We also bring in lots of current events. There's a lot of current events. It covers just a huge
There's economics, there's politics, there's history, there's chemistry, there's physics, there's biology, and of course ecology. We went last week to look at salmon spawning in Eagle Creek. It's a perfectly healthy watershed. There's fish, there's bears. We got pictures of bears with our wildlife camera. There's the right pH, the right dissolved oxygen. Everything is healthy. So they get an idea of this is what healthy looks like, and then we'll come back. We'll be out next week with an organization called Dig In, working on a not so healthy stream to try to bring it to that state of health that we saw last week. We do a lot of birds. By the end of the year they'll know close to 100 bird species on site and maybe 20 by song.
We see lots of birds because we look at them for them because they're easy to find, easy to identify, and great indicators of a whole health of an ecosystem.
So they get to know like the things that make up the ecosystem around here, and then they see how those pieces interact and become a system, you know. And wherever they go, they'll see that there are players in all of those roles, and they kind of learn how the game of life works.
Thanks, guys. This class had a lot of amazing opportunities for people interested in the outdoors.
In addition to AP Environmental Science, another growing academic opportunity is the journalism program.
Let's take a look at the classes involved in producing WLHSnow.com, the school's student-run media outlet, and the benefits of taking one or more of these classes.
Here's Harry Winsper, Hailey Owens, and our own Rory Cheevers with more.
Journalism is one of the most important sectors of West Linn High School curriculum, with around 100 students enrolled. Glenn Craig, the head of the program, fills us in of the details of some of the courses available.
We have a yearbook class, Journalism 1, 2, and 3, and then there's a broadcast journalism class that focuses on video. There's also an after-school program that produces live events. It's called WLHSnow Live. The coolest thing about journalism is that it is a real-world class. It's not like other classes. It kind of operates like a business because the skills that you develop are things like problem solving, storytelling, leadership, management, and it's those critical thinking skills that apply outside of just journalism.
Right now I am in yearbook class and I'm in live, so the after school live broadcasting. I guess with yearbook, I just kind of enjoy interacting with people, and it just creates more opportunities, you know, even after high school. You know, ceramics, I don't know that there's a ton of future there, versus, you know, yearbook or another journalism class. You can really make a career out of it.
Currently right now I take broadcast journalism, and I like the class because it's very interactive, and I like producing content that I know that lots of other people will be able to see.
I have a lot of students that have gone on to do a number of things, from teaching, nursing, business, and so it's not just journalism. That's the cool thing about, you know, a yearbook staff. They're producing a product, and so they try and find creative ways to do that. And same with the journalism class. They're finding new ways to tell stories online and using social media. And the broadcast journalism class is trying to figure out how to get equipment to work and how to tackle a problem and produce something. And so that's kind of unique. It's not like every other class where you sit in a desk and you know, memorize some information.
If you are interested in taking any of these classes, be sure to look out for the desired course on this year's forecasting sheet. Now you've seen exclusive interviews with competitors of Poetry Out Loud competition.
You've gotten a little bit of forecasting help and maybe even a nudge in the right direction from students who wanted to share their wisdom.
And now you've delved deeper into some of the school's most exciting, potential-filled classes.
With WLHSnow.com, I'm Keaton Straub.
And I'm Rory Cheevers.
And this was Your Breakdown.